The Fairy Who Couldn't Fly. In the dappled shade of Tinklenook Forest, there lived a fairy named Elara. Her wings were beautiful, shaped like petals and touched with silver, but no matter how hard she tried, they would not lift her from the ground. While the other fairies darted through the trees, chasing sunbeams and dancing with the wind, Elara stayed below, her feet in the moss, watching them with a small, quiet smile. She had tried everything, flapping her wings faster, whispering to the breeze, even standing on tiptoe and jumping, but always, she would float for just a moment before settling back down again. One evening, as the sun dipped low and the forest turned gold, Elara sat by the lily pond feeling the cool air settle in. A tiny voice spoke beside her. It was Pip, a dragonfly with glassy wings. "Why are you so sad, Elara?" he asked. "I can't fly," she said softly. "I'll never see the forest from the clouds." Pip tilted his head. "Perhaps there's more than one way to see the sky." That night, Pip led Elara to a hill at the very edge of Tinklenook Forest. They climbed together, step by slow step, until they stood where the grass met the stars. The moon rose, spilling silver light over the hills, and the whole forest lay beneath them like a patchwork quilt. Elara's breath caught. She had never seen the world like this. The fireflies below looked like tiny lanterns drifting in the dark. The treetops swayed like waves in a gentle ocean, and above, the stars shone so close she could almost touch them. She realized something then. Even without wings, she could still find the magic she was searching for. She could walk to new places, see the forest in new ways, and find beauty hidden in every step. The next day, Elara began visiting the animals of the forest, carrying messages between friends, planting seeds in quiet clearings, and watching sunsets from every hill she could climb. And though she never left the ground, the forest began to feel just as wide and wonderful as the sky. When the other fairies returned from their flights, they always came to find Elara, eager to hear about the places she had discovered and the friends she had met. And sometimes, as the fireflies glowed and the night wrapped itself around Tinklenook Forest, Elara would close her eyes and feel just as free as if she were soaring among the clouds. Because flying, she had learned, isn't always about wings. Sometimes, it's about finding magic wherever you stand. The Fairy Who Lost Her Sparkle. In the quiet heart of the Tinklenook Forest, there lived a little fairy named Leora. Her wings shimmered like morning dew, and her laugh sounded like the very first chime of spring. But Leora's most special gift was her sparkle. It glowed warmly from her chest, a soft golden light that made the flowers lean closer and the fireflies dance. One sleepy evening, when the moon was still climbing into the sky, Leora noticed something strange. Her sparkle was gone. No golden glow, no gentle hum of magic in her chest, just quiet. She tried flapping her wings faster, thinking she could shake it back into place, but nothing happened. She tried giggling into the night air. Still, nothing. Worried, she floated down to her friend Pip, a tiny dormouse who lived inside a curled leaf. "Pip," she whispered, "I can't find my sparkle." The little mouse rubbed his eyes and thought for a moment. "Maybe," he said, "you've been giving your light to everyone else, and you forgot to keep some for yourself." Leora tilted her head. She had been busy lately, helping glowworms find their way home, waking the sleepy daisies in the morning, and making sure the brook sang softly for the tadpoles. She realized she hadn't rested in many nights. "Come," said Pip, "let's find your sparkle again." First, they followed the sound of the wind, which carried them to the meadow of stillness. The grass here swayed slowly, and the air smelled like honey. "Sit," Pip said. So Leora sat, feeling the cool earth beneath her. She closed her eyes, and for the first time in a long while, she simply breathed. Next, they visited the wishing pool. The moonlight rested on the water like silver silk, Pip told her to lean close and listen. She heard her own heartbeat, soft and steady, like a lullaby just for her. Finally, Pip led her to the hill where the first morning light would touch the forest. "Lie here," he said, "and let the night take care of you." As Leora lay on the soft moss, she felt something warm bloom inside her. A gentle flicker, then a steady glow. Her sparkle was returning. And when the first rays of dawn brushed her cheeks, her golden light shone again, brighter than ever, because it was filled with rest, stillness, and the joy of being cared for. From that day on, Leora remembered, even fairies need to keep a little of their magic for themselves. And so, under the soft hum of the forest, the fairy who lost her sparkle closed her eyes and drifted into the deepest, sweetest sleep. A fairy's magical journey. Deep in the heart of Tinklenook Forest, under the silver watch of the moon, a fairy named Lyra awoke from her mossy bed. Her wings shimmered faintly, catching the glow of fireflies drifting in the night air. It was the perfect evening for a journey. She set off along a winding path, lined with bluebell flowers that swayed as if bowing to her. The forest was alive with quiet magic, soft rustles, sleepy chirps, and the faint hum of dreams settling over every leaf and branch. Her first stop was the Wishing Glade. Here, the air sparkled with drifting lights, tiny seeds that floated like stars fallen from the sky. Lyra caught one gently in her hands and whispered a wish for every creature in the forest to have peaceful dreams tonight. The seed glowed warmly, then drifted away on a breeze toward the sleeping homes below. Next, she followed the glow of the moonlit stream. The water shimmered like liquid glass, reflecting the stars above. Lyra touched the surface, and ripples formed into shapes, dancing rabbits, blooming flowers, and tiny winged creatures made of light. Each image drifted downstream, carrying stories to the frogs and fish who listened from the shallows. Further on, Lyra entered the Whispering Hollow. Here, the trees leaned close together, their leaves speaking in soft voices only the fairies could understand. They told her of the fox cubs curled up in their den, the owls roosting high in the branches, and the gentle rain that would arrive by dawn to water the flowers. At last, Lyra came to the dream oak, the oldest tree in all of Tinklenook Forest. Its roots were deep in the earth's heart, and its branches touched the edge of the stars. She climbed into the hollow at its base, where the air was warm and sweet with the scent of wild honey. From her satchel, she took out a handful of dream dust and tossed it into the air. The dust rose, drifting through the forest like soft golden snow, finding every sleeping creature and wrapping them in gentle, happy dreams. Her journey complete, Lyra lay down in the hollow, the roots cradling her like a nest. She listened to the quiet forest breathing around her, the heartbeat of Tinklenook itself. And with the moon still high and the stars keeping watch, Lyra closed her eyes, her own dreams carrying her deeper into the magic she loved so much. The Dream Bringer of Tinklenook. In a quiet corner of Tinklenook Forest, where the air smells of honey and moonlight, there lives a fairy named Luma. Luma has wings the color of dawn and eyes that shimmer like starlight on water. But her most precious gift is not her beauty. It is her pouch of dreams. Each evening, when the last golden sunbeam fades, Luma wakes. She listens to the hush of the forest, the whisper of leaves, the slow breathing of the earth, and she knows it is time. Time to fill the night with dreams. She starts her journey in the little hollow where the youngest Tinklenooks sleep. Their beds are made of curled rose petals and soft moss. Luma hovers over the first sleeping face and opens her pouch just a little. A single dream drifts out, shaped like a tiny glowing feather, and slips gently into the Tinklenook's thoughts. In the dream, they're flying over cotton candy clouds, laughing with the wind. One by one, Luma moves to each sleeping Tinklenook. For the one who loves to paint, she sends a dream of colors that have never been seen before, colors that sparkle and hum. For the one who loves to climb trees, she sends a dream of a giant tree that reaches all the way to the moon. For the one who loves the rain, she sends a dream of warm summer showers that make flowers bloom in every step they take. The dreams drift from her pouch like tiny fireflies, each glowing with its own story. They weave themselves into the sleeper's minds, soft as a lullaby, gentle as a mother's kiss. When her pouch is nearly empty, Luma makes her way back to her nest in the high branches of the dream oak. She sprinkles the last dream over herself, a small one, shaped like a falling star, and curls up beneath her wings. Her own dream carries her through a meadow of light, where all the dreams she's ever given dance together like ripples on water. And down below, the Tinklenooks sleep on, smiling in their slumber, each heart warmed by the dreams Luma left behind. In Tinklenook Forest, night is never just for sleeping, it's for dreaming too. The Fairy of Sleepy Dust. In the heart of Tinklenook Forest, when the moonlight spills like silver threads between the trees, there lives a gentle fairy named Saren. Saren is not the fastest flyer, nor the brightest singer, but she holds a gift more magical than any other. In a little pouch at her side, tied with a ribbon the color of twilight, she carries sleepy fairy dust. This dust is made from the dreams of stars, soft and shimmery, warm as a candle glow. And every night, Saren's job is to make sure every creature in Tinklenook Forest drifts off into the sweetest slumber. As the sky deepens to indigo, Saren begins her rounds. First, she visits the family of hedgehogs curled in their burrow. They are still bustling about, nibbling on late-night berries. Saren hovers above them and gives a gentle shake of her pouch. The sleepy dust drifts down like golden snowflakes, settling on their tiny noses. One by one, the hedgehogs yawn, and soon, the whole burrow is filled with the soft sound of hedgehog snores. Next, Saren flutters over the moonlit pond, where the frogs are still singing. The sleepy dust dances across the water, shimmering in the ripples. The frogs' voices grow slower, softer, until the pond is silent but for the crickets' lullaby. Through the ferns, Saren finds the fox cubs, tumbling and playing under the stars. With a swirl of her hand, she sends a cloud of sleepy dust drifting toward them. It settles in their fur, and their playful squeaks fade to contented sighs as they curl up in their den. Deeper into the forest she goes, past the owl perched high in the elm, past the rabbits in their grassy nests, past the tiny dormice tucked into curled leaves. Everywhere the dust falls, the forest grows quieter, calmer, softer. Finally, Saren returns to her favorite place, a hollow at the base of the great oak. She sprinkles just a pinch of the remaining dust over herself, folds her wings, and lies back against a cushion of moss. Above her, the stars blink slowly, as if they too are drifting into dreams. And as the moon watches over Tinklenook Forest, not a creature stirs. The hedgehogs, the frogs, the fox cubs, the owls, the rabbits, the dormice, and the little fairy with the twilight ribbon, all sleeping soundly, wrapped in a blanket of magic and night.